I've been given a function, it's a quadratic function, and I'm asked to find the difference quotient, which is f of x plus h minus f of x over h. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just kind of set up a little template, because good notation, if you're going to make a substitution for something, you should put a set of parentheses where it used to be, and then insert what you're substituting. So I need to find f of x plus h and put that answer inside of those parentheses. Minus is minus, and then put f of x, the function, inside of that set of parentheses, and then I have over h. Now this time I'm going to substitute the more obvious one right away. So see how I have f of x. So I'm going to take this right here, f of x, and I'm going to put that right in here. Uh-oh, sorry. Okay, so let me just move that parenthesis over to make it a little longer. Okay, so there's that spot, that guy right there. I still need to find f of x plus h, and that's going to be algebra intensive. So I'm going to come off to the side and do a little bit of scratch work to find out what is f of x plus h. We want to go to the original function f of x, which is negative 4x squared minus 6x plus 1. And every place there's an x in the original function, we're going to replace it with x plus h. So I'm going to come in here, and inside parentheses, I'm going to put x plus h, and inside parentheses, I'm going to put in x plus h. Now, once I have replaced every x in the original function with x plus h, I have a bunch of simplifying to do. X plus h quantity squared means x plus h times x plus h. I'm going to multiply, I need to multiply all three of these together. I'm going to start by multiplying the x plus h's together. So foiling that together, x times x is x squared, x times h is xh, h times x is xh, and h times h is h squared. We can combine those middle ones, xh and another xh make two xh's. Then I still have this negative 4 right here. So I'm going to bring that down. Okay, then let's focus on this part here. This negative 6 can get distributed. So if I distribute this negative 6 through, negative 6 times x is negative 6x, negative 6 times h is negative 6h, and I'm bringing down the plus 1 on the end, and then I brought down the negative 4. Now from here to here, I'm distributing the negative 4 through, so negative 4 times x squared, negative 4 times 2xh, and negative 4 times h squared. Now finally, if there is something in common, we could combine them, but everything here is different. We don't have any like terms. So all of that is the answer to f of x plus h. So all of this is going to go right in there. Okay, so all of that is right there. And then I'm bringing down this part. Now, once I have these two substituted, this minus in the middle is going to need to get distributed. So a negative negative is a positive, a negative negative is a positive, and a negative positive is a negative. Okay, so I've distributed that through and brought down what's in yellow. Looking for things that I can combine in the numerator. Notice that I have negative 4x squared, and I have positive 4x squared, so those can go away. I have negative 1, and I have positive 1, so those are gone. I have 6x, and I have negative 6x, so those are gone. So all that I have left in the numerator are these three terms over h. Now, if you've done this correctly, it's good to know ahead of time something that you know is going to happen. Using this particular formula, if you've done this correctly, the terms that are left over will always have an h in common. So notice every one of these terms has an h. So to simplify a fraction, I need to factor out what's in common. So I'm going to factor out the h that's in common to all three terms. If I take an h out of negative 8xh, that leaves me with negative 8x. Taking an h out of negative 4h times h, I have a negative 4h, and an h out of negative 6h, I have negative 6. So finally, this h here that I factored out can cancel with this h here, and so my final answer is negative 8x minus 4h minus 6.